Welcome to Primetime AI, our very first episode. I just want to introduce ourselves. You got me, Tim. You got your boy King Jr. in the corner, and you also got
Free,
Free.
nigga. Free, nigga. Free lives.
Just
Stupid.
letting everybody know that's not that nigga name, but
That
appreciate
was
y'all for
crazy.
tuning in the very first episode. Something new. We want to do something innovative. As you see, you got a lot of people out there that's talking about sports. Just let y'all know now that we're gonna be ourselves, authentic, real, uncut. So, if you feel like you're gonna get offended now, we apologize. And we ain't gonna apologize. We're gonna be ourselves. We're gonna find our people who want to follow us on this journey as we continue to grow. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Our very first episode, we're gonna start with the Timberwolves, as y'all seen that they got kicked out by the OKC Thunder in the Western Conference Final, and a lot of people
He got
been
their ass
giving
whooped. They ain't just get kicked out. Them niggas got their ass whooped.
a lot of
Whooped.
people been giving Anthony Edwards slack because he's been to two Western Conference Finals already. So I guess the first question I want to say is, what are the Timberwolves' next moves to get over that hump?
Blow up the
Get
team.
rid of Gobert.
Thank you.
Blow up the
Thank you
team.
for saying that.
Blow up
Gobert
the
got to go,
team.
bruh.
Why
Man,
go?
blow up the
I'm gonna
team.
let you explain why you feel like Gobert got to go, and then I'll speak on it. But King Jr., go and explain why you feel like Gobert got to go.
Bruh, when you look at it, so Anthony Edwards, bruh, if you look at it, bro, they were literally playing five people were guarding him. Anytime he get the ball, it was multiple guarders. I think he saw like what, five or six defenders every single game. Bruh, nobody else can really score. Mike Conley's old,
True.
so like he's gonna play his role player role. You got Anthony Edwards. Jaden McDaniels is there for defense. He's not there to get a bucket. He's not there for anything other than the Tony Allen role. And every now and then he'll hit a jumper.
Ooh. Come on. That's what with J-Mar. J-Mar, don't do that one. No, no,
Bro, that's what he's there for, bro.
no. He's better than Tony Allen. He has a more polished
Okay,
offensive
okay,
game than
okay,
Tony Allen.
okay. All right, he's better
He's
than
just the
Tony
guy that
Allen.
happens to have the best defense on the team.
Okay.
Don't
He's
compare
their
him to Tony
go-to
Allen.
lockdown defender. Okay. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah, that's
bro,
real. That's
Rudy
real.
Gobert is
That's
just
real.
taking up space in the paint, bro. He can't score. He barely gets 9 rebounds. Like, it'd be different if he was getting like 30 rebounds a game or something like that. Or like they can trust to throw up the shot and he's going to get offensive board. But Rudy Gobert what was his average? He was averaging like what, 2 points, 8 rebounds or something like that? Like, bro, you're not winning with Rudy Gobert. I don't know why they got rid of Karl-Anthony Towns.
Okay, so hold on. Let me
No,
ask you this.
no, no. So look, this is
I
the stats
agree he
right
gotta
here.
go, but let me ask you though.
Hold on real quick. My bad, Jordan. Hold on real quick. Just to kind of back up what he's saying, Rudy Gobert this year averaged 12 points and basically 11 rebounds.
I think he come out the playoffs.
I'm
We
talking
got
about I'm
playoffs
talking
This,
time
about the
this
right
Western
now.
Conference
no,
Finals.
no,
I'm talking
no.
about where it
Oh, you
matters.
talking? Oh, Western
Yeah.
Conference.
I'm
Oh,
talking
my
about the
bad.
fun. But
My
regular
bad.
season don't matter. Let's be real.
My bad.
Regular season don't matter. In the 2024 NBA Western Conference Finals, Rudy Gobert averaged 7.6 rebounds in 5 games. Bro, you are 7'1",
How
seven
many
foot
minutes?
two,
How many minutes? How many minutes?
How many
19
minutes?
How many
minutes.
minutes? And
19
how many
minutes.
blocks? Damn, 19 minutes
Well,
is
He had
crazy.
one. All right, so he was average. Let me see. In the last game of the series, I'm just going to last game because that's what's giving me right now. I could look at
Okay.
that up later. In the last game of the series, he played 19 minutes. He had 2 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block.
And
Bro is
19 minutes?
getting. He played 19 minutes. Bro is
Okay,
getting,
okay.
but he's getting a starter contract and putting up backup minute like numbers.
Okay,
that
so
I agree.
let's go off that. You don't see them moving him to the bench? He can't get to the bench all day?
Bro, his
Hell
contract's too
no.
fat.
Why
His
not?
contract's too fat.
That man get paid 35 million
Bro,
plus. I wouldn't
he's
move
getting
that nigga to the
paid
bench.
bands,
It's
bro.
one. It's that Timofey Mozgov when he signed that big contract with Cash. You can't do nothing with him. He's damn near untouchable in trade because he don't got no offensive game. You got to figure something out. Why not move Nas Reed to start and just have him come on the bench?
But look,
He wouldn't get
when
30 minutes,
Timothy
but
Moss
I
got
mean,
signed that Lakers, it was with the Lakers, right? That big contract
it
that you're
was
talking
Lakers
about.
Cavs. But yeah, he probably got out there last year. Cavs playoff. Yeah.
What they
So
do?
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
moved off his contract
Boy,
because there ain't no
Lakers was
point.
paying him for so long.
But it was no point of having it on there on their books if he's not being productive, which they was lucky enough to move off his contract. Now,
Is there the
Jordan,
same
what is
market
your
for
point?
Rudy Gobert?
I look, like I said, just to give my take on it. Like I said, Rudy Gobert, you got to get rid of Rudy Gobert, especially off the books. Just me personally, and like you said, playoff wise, because when you said bring it up, I just looked it up. So he was playing 28 minutes, right? Well, 27 minutes,
Oh, that's a lot.
averaging 8 points and 9 rebounds. That's horrible. That is
Okay, so
horrible.
hold on.
Now I will say this:
So
look, he is the anchor of the defense. I will give him that. He is the anchor of the defense. He sets the tone for it. He gets everybody in place, and he's, like I said, the anchor of it. And he played healthy defense. I will give him that. But you can't crowd the paint when you have Anthony Edwards driving to the lane, or you have Julius Randle driving to the lane and clogging it, and you sitting there and you're asking for the ball. You need to get your big ass out the paint, because all he's doing is causing confusion and traffic in the paint, Jordan.
I don't think. Hold on, time out. Pause. Let's not even do that. I don't think he should be there. I don't think he's a good basketball. Not even gonna say I don't think he's a good basketball player. I don't think he should be in a league where how the league is. Too many skillful players, 7 foot and above. All you can't do that. And he make all this money. He don't improve nothing offensively ever in the offseason. He can't shoot free throws. He's always been a terrible free throw shooter, regardless of the fact. But I think he's just using him as a scapegoat right now. Julius Randle, come to the front. Come to the front.
Hey,
All
right. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. You hitting the nail on the head. Julius Randle needs to come front and center to the Timberwolves organization front office. Because what the hell? Buddy was killing it. The whole playoffs went ghost when it came to OKC. I do agree. I'm not. So what I say is, I say get rid of Rudy Gobert, because they've stuck with Rudy Gobert over the last 3-4 years, and he's been. Yes, he gets Defensive Player of the Year awards. Don't get me wrong. That's dope for him. Personally, I don't think he should have as many as he has. Because yes, you tall, but bro, nobody's really like he's not. He has no effect. Like, yeah, you got 3 blocks a game. Okay, we still got blown out by 20.
This is the way I look at it. He should not be there, right? I don't think he's a good fit. But
Julius Randle got to go too.
They chose him over Cat, so I feel like they are stuck with him into that contract because they chose him over Cat, which Cat ain't no better. I mean, they're complete opposites. I think they were a better fit than him and Julius Randle.
King Zesty was doing his damn thing in the conference finals, bro. King Zesty was doing his thing, bro.
We're gonna talk about him when we get to the Knicks, but the Timberwolves, they need to call Julius Randle. They need to have sit down with him. He had one amazing game. Game 1, he had a phenomenal shooting in the first like half. After that, it's like he just vanished. He became a regular role player, and he became not just a regular role player. He became a Timberwolves role player. And if you watch him through the playoffs in the last few years, a role player for them, inconsistent. That's what them niggas need. They need consistency, and they don't get it. Jaden Daniels played his ass off against the Lakers. After that, he became another role player again. So they get consistency around it.
So I will say, game 5, he did put up 24 though.
Who did?
Julius Randle had 24 and 4 threes in game 5 with 31 minutes.
But I'm saying it's not consistent though.
No, he's not consistent. No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they need.
And I don't know if these were garbage buckets or not. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch. I knew it was over for them. I knew it was chopped cheese. But honestly, they need to figure out what they're gonna do, either with their big at the center position, if they're gonna keep Rudy Gobert, or if they're gonna figure out a new game plan, if they're gonna keep him. They need to figure out something at the center position, and they need to get Anthony Davis another scorer that's like an actual threat. Mike Conley's not a threat. People don't fear Mike Conley. Jaden Daniels, don't get me wrong, he's good at getting a bucket off the ball and all this other stuff, but his main role on the team is defense.
Right.
So Anthony Edwards needs another threat to where teams can't hone in on him. Right. Because he can get to the cup at will. People can't guard him. He's physical. He's a strong guard, and he has bounce out the world, and he can shoot the 3-ball. We've seen it. But now when he tries to get to the paint, he can't because there's 5 people there. You don't want Anthony Edwards just sitting there shooting threes all game. Like yes, he can do it, but that's not the game you want him to do. You want him attacking defenses. And he can't do that with Rudy Gobert in the paint and not having another guard. Not just a guard, but another guard or another scorer.
So let me ask you this then: Do you put the uh, blame also on Anthony Edwards? Because me personally, I wouldn't say I blame him, but I would say that he kind of takes some of it because I felt like he wasn't aggressive in games 2 and 4 against OKC like he has been against the Lakers and the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you say, he does get to the point. I feel like at times by watching him, when things not going his way, he settles for three instead of being aggressive. Because he, like you say, he's a physical guard, and I feel like he can get to the hoop with ease. You know what I'm saying? Pull up game has improved a lot. Uh, as far as finishing strong at the cup is really good. Like from his rookie year until now, like he's developed into a great player. But I feel like at times when things don't go his way, he starts to settle for threes and then he kind of shies away with it. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or he just feel like I can't really do much because I don't have a lot to back me up or the help that I need. Maybe I don't know, but uh, do you feel like Anthony Edwards takes some of that blame for his role in losing to OKC in the finals?
All of
So
them should take the blame for this. Yeah, I think it was
yeah, I can't
the
put it like yes, he's the face of the team. I agree with Jordan. He's the face of the team, but I can't put all the blame on Anthony Edwards. Bro, he's 23.
I
you
get
can't put
that.
it all on Anthony.
Everybody on his
Can't put it all on Julius. Can't put it all on Rudy. Rudy had a I ain't gonna say he had a great series against the Lakers, but he didn't win them the series. Why the Lakers didn't have no big,
yeah.
Yeah,
and that hurt them a
Is
lot. So I mean, Anthony Edwards played how he was supposed to. The role players were role playing. They did their job. Got past the Lakers. Rudy did his stuff. This, so they had a decent playoff run. But then once you get to the teams that got the same talent or maybe a little bit more, I mean, that's really when you really gotta be able to coach something like Rick Carlisle with them Pacers over there. And I had them boys beating the Knicks. He doing the stuff this over there. So I mean,
okay.
it should be on all of them. It shouldn't just be on Anthony Edwards. But I
So
think he do need to take some of that criticism though, because all the talking he do year and year, how everybody, oh, he the next Michael Jordan, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's bring it down a little bit.
my only thing, so I wouldn't say he needs to bring it down. You got to think of from a realistic perspective, right? So like the entire every series, we've seen who's he going after, who's he trying to guard. He is literally the only person out there who's the face of their team. The damn near his entire offense runs through him,
true.
and he's trying to guard the other team's best player. Like
But
he's
he
not
got to.
shying away from it. He's trying to guard
He
Steph
ain't have
Curry. He's
to.
trying to guard, huh?
He ain't got to. He got
No,
JT.
no, 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 no. I get it. So that's what I'm saying. The coaches, I don't think he needs to take a step down. I think the coaches need to be like, hey, like that's a coaching thing for me. Yes, Anthony Edwards, I love that you have that killer drive and you want to guard the best people on the other team. You want to put up 30 a night. Bro, you're not gonna be able to do both, especially when we get to the playoffs. It's gonna be
Exactly.
tiring. You're gonna play hella minutes and teams are gonna game plan for you like OKC did. He did not see the same defender for more than 5 to 6 minutes at a time. They were literally rotating defenders on him left and right, keeping fresh
I
legs
think
in
they
front
was
of
on
him.
a 1-3-1 at one
Bro,
point
that's
in
what
that
I'm
game,
saying.
and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the coaching over there.
That's
Niggas ain't
bro,
running nothing like that in the
OKC
league.
did they thing, bro. Do I think that they're way more talented? Slightly, yes. OKC is
Yeah,
slightly talented.
they yeah.
Oh,
But
I
the
don't
thing,
think
but what
so.
really, hold on. But I'm saying, I'm not saying like crazy more. But I'm like, look at it, stretch big. They got Chet Holmgren,
Yeah.
who plays the four.
We
Nas
got
Reed is good, but he's not
Chet
stretching the
versus
floor like Chet.
we got Chet
Hartenstein is
versus
the same
Julius
thing as Rudy
Randle,
Gobert. I'm Hartenstein and Rudy Gobert pretty much matching up.
but who
I
got
I
more
feel like
defensive boards?
And then, bro, you got Jalen
Maybe
Williams. You got what's his
Jaden
name? The
Daniels.
guard,
Alex Caruso.
bro, Alex
That's their
Caruso,
bench.
dog.
They got a
Their
bench.
bench, I
So
ain't gonna
is
lie,
the
their
Timberwolves.
OKC's bench is way better than Minnesota's.
I'm not gonna say way better. They just
I'm taking
not
up Alex Caruso over
consistent.
DiVincenzo. What's his DiVincenzo? Is that who's that out
No,
there?
hold on now. This is it's a bucket, and they piss me off when they take him. But
Get
that's
out.
not the point.
Okay, well, you see him on the phone. Hold on. But yeah,
Man, I don't. I think the Timberwolves and OKC is probably the best matchup in the world. Both of their teams are deep, and they both have young talent. They both are there. You can't Chet not better than I'm not saying he's not better, but him and Julius Randle. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm taking Chet over Julius Randle just because of the defense. Just because of the defense. They both can
Okay, we can
offensively,
go.
they both can score. But when it comes to defense, Chet has averaged better defensive numbers.
Okay, we can go effort. We can go effort there. Jaden Daniels and Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams play offense. Jaden Daniels play defense. But hey, I'm gonna go with defense. And it's not like Jaden Daniels don't got no offense.
Hey, bro, Jalen Williams was up there in defense efficiency this year.
And
Jalen
was he on?
Pace
He was on
Paces.
second team too this year. Also, I
That's
think
what
he
I'm
was
saying.
NBA second
He
team.
was
I
on
think
an
he's
all
third.
defensive team.
Yeah,
I think he was on NBA third team. I know he was on all defensive team. No, he was
yeah. I
he
think he was
was
on all defensive team, the second team. Yeah, yeah, he was.
regardless of the fact. Okay, so they both hoop. Regardless, they both hoop. I don't think they're too far. I don't think the Timberwolves is that much. I don't think OKC is that much better than the Timberwolves. If
No,
they
no,
are
no.
better.
See, I didn't say that. I said slightly. I said I give them the edge slightly.
And the Timberwolves got more experience than OKC. You know that's supposed to go a long ways in the playoffs. Mike
It,
Conley been around for 30 years doing this.
bro, it do when you have like LeBron as your experience,
Yeah, Mike
or like,
Conley.
huh?
Yeah, Mike
Bro,
Conley.
bro, what is Mike Conley doing, bro? Be for real. Against
Now,
that hold on, against the OKC team, that
I said
matchup.
now, but he bringing the veteran presence that you need.
Bro, no, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. I don't need you to talk to me. I need you to get on this court and run with me, brother. We are getting belt to ass right now. I don't care about this talking. I
I
need you
don't
on
know.
this court putting in work with me.
I think coaching goes a long way. Coaching
Okay,
went a long
so
way in that
let's
series.
do it like this then. All right, so starting point guard. Would you take SGA or Mike Conley?
Go sit down.
SGA, come on now.
You gonna take
Come
SGA, right?
on.
What about you,
Yeah.
J-Man?
Yeah, I'm taking SGA.
Okay, two. We're gonna go Anthony Edwards versus Lou Dort. I would take
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards, come
Edwards,
on.
right? And
Don't,
then
bro, I'm taking Anthony Edwards.
right, we're gonna take Anthony Edwards. The three, Jaden McDaniels and
Jalen
J
Williams.
Dub. Oh, you gonna take?
I'm taking
I'm taking
McDaniel. I'm
I'm
taking
taking Jalen Williams.
McDaniel.
No, I'm taking Jalen Williams.
I'm
I'm not
taking
taking Jaden
McDaniel.
McDaniels over him. I
Yeah,
refuse.
only reason why I'm gonna take J Dub because I feel like he's a little more consistent on offense as far as when it comes to scoring.
Bro, he's their
Um,
secondary scorer.
so
He,
But he averages 20 something.
that's what I'm saying. He's
Jaden
more
McDaniels don't. He
consistent.
averaged like 16.
Power forward, you got Chet and Julius Randle. Like what y'all
I'm
saying?
giving Chet the benefit of the doubt over Julius Randle just because his defensive effort is better.
I'm gonna say Chet too because I'm gonna just go off of by team play. He fits the team very well in his role and what he provides. Like you said, for his defense and shit, he was really killing their ass, especially with the backdoor cuts,
He was
getting to the
hooping.
rim. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like you said, Julius Randle. I just feel like he kind of shied away from the
What
moment.
you what you got? What you got, George? What you got, bro?
I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't. I think y'all are just really like not taking into consideration that Julius Randle hoops. He hoops. I don't know.
No, no, bro.
It's a
They
lot
both
closer.
hoop.
But
Right.
I only think I'm a true. No, hold on now. Ted does not hoop as much as Julius because he is more limited with the team that he has around him. So he fits in that system. But I think Ted can go for 25 a night. I think you put him on the right team, he going it's his team. But Julius can also be 25. But I would go Ted just because of effort though.
You said you go with who?
You going with Chet
Just because of
too?
Okay,
effort.
okay,
Just
okay.
because of the
So
effort.
center,
But
you got
it's
Rudy
cool. I'm
Gobert.
going Rudy.
You gonna go with Rudy or I?
I'm going Rudy.
I'm giving it to Rudy just because he's more proven than Hartenstein.
Okay.
I can do
I
that.
But
just
that's still a 3-2. And
yeah,
that's just the starters. That's not
So
that's
even the
just the
bench.
starter.
okay, so
So
go bitch. Alex Caruso or Divi what
I'm taking Alex
Dante.
Caruso.
I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna take
taking
Alex
Dante.
Caruso.
You're tripping. You're tripping. Dante
He's a
is
You're
a bucket.
taking Dante?
It's a bucket. Caruso not hoop. He play defense. He hustle. He works hard. Cool. But I'm gonna go give me a bucket maker off the bench.
but look, even though we're not talking
Off the
about
bench?
the Chicago Bull, but did you not see him when he was playing with Chicago though?
You
Boy
did not
was
see
the boy
Dante.
was out there hooping and pulling up on you in full court.
You did not see Dante? Come on, man.
So I just feel like I said, as far as fit for the team, OKC did a wonderful job
Right. And I
drafting,
think
trading for players, putting the right pieces, getting the draft capital that they need in order to put a championship team together. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I feel like that the Timberwolves are in a awkward space right now because they have two choices. Either they
Open the door.
uh, try to go young to build around Anthony Edwards,
What?
or they could bring in veterans, but would that help them in the long term? And I feel like it won't. It might help them in the short term goal, but as long term goal for Anthony Edwards, I think it won't help them.
Close the door.
So that's
Hey,
just
hold
me.
on. Hey, if this video pop, my fault, Jaden McDaniels. That's my bad, Jaden McDaniels. My fault.
You said what?
I
No,
said
right
my
now.
fault, Jaden McDaniels. It just popped. My fault. That's me. I said
Yeah, you
Daniels,
good?
not
You
No,
good?
McDaniels.
you
My
already
fault. My
ate.
fault. But okay, see this.
Did you
They're
eat all
doing
your
great. They
food?
got 4 first-round draft picks this year.
Yeah.
They're
You
gonna
ate
have to
all
get
your
rid
food.
of more than likely because they got some dudes on
No,
their
you
bench
didn't.
that are
Sit down.
that they could be starting on any other NBA team. So I mean, they did great. Okay,
They
all
did
right.
great.
Minnesota, I don't think it's as weird as we're making it seem. I think they let Mike go. They got Rob. He a bucket. He a little out of control sometimes, but I think he'll be a nice spark. Or they move Anthony down to the one. Bring in Terrence,
You
their
can't do that,
left-handed
bro.
kid.
You talking about
Yeah,
Anthony
bring the
Edwards?
left hand. Yes, bring the left-handed kid
Oh
off the bench,
no,
Terrence.
man.
He was a bucket at Texas Tech. He had some nice games in the playoffs when he got a little minutes. Bring him into starting lineup next to Anthony Edwards. You got a little bit more scoring availability, and the ball is in him more. So you don't have to just let him play with the ball.
So
As much as you don't want your star player just on ball all the time. Just play through him, like literally play through him. Don't take the off ball away. Don't make it too complicated. Run some sets for him in the post because you're gonna get mismatched pretty often with and being your point guard. He's 6'5", strong. Keep Daniels. My move for them would be Kevin Durant.
I was just about
I
to ask
think
that. So
I think he would
would
play.
you trade for Kevin Durant?
Yeah,
Because look, I got to think about their offseason real quick. They have Nas Reed. He has a player option right. They're basically saying that he's going to decline. Then you have
yeah.
Julius Randle that's in the free agent market, and you have what's his name, Nicholas Walker Anderson or Nicholas Anderson.
It's like
Yeah,
Nicholas.
Alexander Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alexander Walker. Yeah. So you have your three main players that basically are hitting free agency this year. So would you trade for Kevin Durant, or would you try to sign them back, or or basically kind of build in the free agency market? What do y'all think? Do y'all think they should trade for KD or try to build in free agency?
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
get
say,
KD if I don't have to give up McDaniels. If I don't have to give up McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Rob Dillingham, I'm going to get KD. I'm going to get him and Anthony Edwards. It's like him and Devin Booker. They got a defensive center. They solid. Kevin Durant just needs to be around somebody who care about winning as much as him. I ain't gonna say Devin Booker don't, but I mean they always hurt. They always hurt. Then they have Bradley Beal. He ain't never around. What it seemed like, and they ain't never just gel together. Anthony Edwards is available very often. I think that's how Kevin Durant really needed a healthy team. So you put him in Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards' favorite player. You let him be his mentor. They gonna hoop over there. Kevin Durant still got 3 good years left in him. Yeah, you go get him though. If you ain't got to get rid of McDaniels, go get him.
What's your take, Jamar? I see your expression in your face. What you got?
hell no,
Why not? What's the
bro.
better
What is,
option?
bro? First off, KD's legacy is irrelevant
I don't know
to
if he's
me.
gonna fight this. We're not
No,
dim-
let's be
we're
real. Let's be real.
we're
What has
not
KD done
diminishing
outside of
people.
with Steph?
What do you mean? He's one of the
What
greatest
has
scorers
KD
of all
done outside
time.
of Steph? He had a super team at Brooklyn. Didn't do shit.
They was hurt.
He had a super team with Phoenix. Didn't do shit.
They was hurt.
No, what the Timberwolves need is to take the playbook from the Thunder, bro. If you're
It's
going
too
to trade
late.
for another, hold on, no. If you're going, it's not, bro. They're 20-something years old. They're the same
OKC
age.
was asked for like 3-4 years. They don't want to
Okay,
be
and
asked now.
your prime player is 23. You have time.
He
You
don't want to
have
not be in the
young,
playoffs
solid
though.
players. Nas Reed is not old. Alexander Walker is not old.
You can only keep 2 out of 3 though.
No,
They can
they can
only
keep
afford.
multiple.
They can
They
only.
can
They
keep
can only
multiple of
afford to
them,
keep
bro.
2 out of the 3. They can only keep 2 of them. Who's the 2 you keep?
I'm keeping Nas Reed.
Okay.
Julius Randle, if he's willing, hold on, if he's willing to sit down with the team and have a serious conversation, maybe. But he can go.
He
So
needs
you just wasted.
to.
You wasted the trade on Cat. You could get Cat.
No, they couldn't keep
It's
Cat.
no point.
Cat, bro. No, Cat wasn't happy in his contract. When Cat's contract hits, bro, they're not gonna have room for anybody else.
Yeah, they was going into the second apron. That's why they traded. You know.
That's why they had to do it, bro. You got to think Minnesota's not a big money market team, bro. They can't be like Golden State Warriors and just eat up billions of dollars in what is it, tax, whatever that. What's the penalty? Whatever the penalty is,
You talking about like with the
bro.
first apron and the second apron and
Yeah.
everything that they got
Yeah,
going on. Yeah.
yeah, like they can eat that because they have money. Like they make hella money out there. Minnesota's not like that, bro. So they had to get rid of Cat. Unfortunately, it was either Cat or Rudy Gobert, and let's be real, nobody wanted Rudy Gobert.
So why do y'all think there's gonna be a market for him now?
You said what?
Why do y'all think there's gonna be a market for him now? Really not, that's what I'm saying. Put him on the bench.
I'm not.
Throw
No,
him to the
no.
bench.
I didn't.
He's
I
one
don't
of
know
the
what they're
starters on
gonna
the
do.
bench.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Rudy Gobert. I know Kevin Durant is not the answer. I know he's not the answer. Kevin Durant couldn't do it with two other premier superstars. He's not doing it
Who?
with
Who?
Anthony
Who?
Edwards
Who?
and the Anthony Edwards, bro.
Who's the two superstars?
Bro, he's had Kyrie, James Harden.
They was
He's had
hurt.
he has had Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. I'm not hearing
Bradley
none of
Bill's
this,
a
bro.
superstar. Bradley
Bro,
Bill's
the
a
only
superstar.
let's not go back to the OKC team
Bradley
where he choked the
Bill.
4-1 or 3-1.
Bradley Bill's a superstar. Are we still
Yes,
on the same page?
yes. Bradley Beal's still going out there and giving your favorite player buckets, bro. We're not gonna act like he's not.
I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's
He's not healthy. I'll give you that. But when he's healthy, he goes on a
all-time
tear.
star.
But no, not superstar.
All-time
My
star.
fault. He's an all star. But my thing is, bro, Kevin Durant is not it, bro. He's at the end of his career. He's looking for a team that can compete. But I'm not gonna lie to you. If for Minnesota, because of the cap space, the limited cap options they have with their money, build what you have. Your young dudes got to the Western Conference Final. Keep who you can keep, and those players that are on the edge, the border, bro, figure something else out. You need to find players that complement Anthony Edwards. Somebody who's going to sit in the paint and clog the paint up is not it. And having a point guard who can't also get a bucket and be a threat is not it either. Jaden McDaniels complements him really well. They work really well together. Nas Reed works really well in that system with them. Julius Randle works really well in that system. But Julius Randle goes ghost when they need him. He's like the Avatar, bro. When the Minnesota Timberwolves needed him most, he vanished. So we're not gonna go there. But keep what you have and build from there. Don't just be like, oh, let's go all in and get Kevin Durant, bro. Kevin Durant's not signing no minimum veteran contract deal, bro.
Don't
He's
need
still
him to
looking
sign
for
no
money.
minimum. Yeah, let him hoop.
He's still looking for money, bro, and that's
So
gonna push him over
where's
the
he going
cap. They're
to?
gonna be back in the cap problem, like what they when they had Karl-Anthony Towns if they signed him.
So where's the ideal place for Katie right now?
Ideal place for KD, Cancun.
Tim, what's the ideal place for him to go?
Honestly, for KD, if we're being real, his KD's ideal place is going back to the Warriors. He's not gonna do it. That's his most ideal place.
But can they do it though? When they got Jimmy Butler too? I don't think they can.
No, but I'm saying they can't now. They don't have the cap now.
Yeah. I don't think
But that was his most ideal place. The place where KD looked the most dominant was with the Warriors in that system. You can't leave Steph. I mean, they got some rebounders now. Draymond Green's still going to facilitate, and he's going to be a YN for the old heads.
Yeah,
So like KD just goes out there and he can just hoop. He don't have to worry about nothing else. He can just be KD. Everywhere else, they're gonna expect KD. It's like, hey, bro, you want this contract that you want, this big ass contract? We're gonna need you to do some big ass contract stuff. And I don't think he has it in him anymore. He's not healthy. His body can't handle it.
That's crazy. We're talking about one of the greatest players ever.
I didn't say he's not one of the greatest scorers.
Go ahead, Tim. No, I'm saying crazy to think he can't do it. But
No, I was just saying, just me personally, I think when we was talking earlier about it, like I said, it's kind of like they're in the awkward space for me personally, because like you said, Anthony Edwards is still young. He's 23. You do have time to build, but I feel like social media plays a big part in it. You know what I'm saying? So social media wants the Timberwolves to win now. You know, they feel like it's like, and the thing is, it's hard to get back to the Western Conference Final. I'm not saying that he can't make it next year, but we don't know. We don't know when the next time that he'll be able to go. Like I was telling Jordan, if we was in La La Land, me personally, this is what I would do. La La Land. I got La La Land. I got realistic, right? So just La La Land. I would trade Kevin Durant because he's still efficient. To me personally, he still give you a bucket. I think he can still average 20 something a night for you for that Timberwolves team. In that trade that I would trade him, I would put Rudy Gobert in there, and then I would do a signing trade with Nas Reed. I get it. I understand. We don't want to give that away. But like you said, in order to release some of that cap space and to soak in that extension that Kevin Durant on, those two would be the ideal people, and maybe throwing a filler trade or a player. I mean, you know what I'm saying, to kind of make up the
We get
contract. But
13
I
as
think
well.
it'll work out if Nas Reed does the sign and trade, right? So not only that eliminates the center position, now you have Anthony Edwards at the 2, you got Jaden McDaniels, and then you got Kevin Durant at the 4. So like I was telling Jordan earlier, what I would do then, I would get rid of Mike Conley because I feel like he just don't have it anymore. We all see it. I'm pretty sure he sees it. It's really at the time of his role. What Mike Conley's 37, I want to say.
We can't put him on the
This year.
bench.
You said what?
We can't put him on the bench.
He's getting paid $10 million. We're trying to construct a team to
Bro,
win
that
now.
I'm telling you, that veteran minimum, bro, that cap hits hard. That's
He
not no real
making
minimum contract.
he making 10
Yeah,
million.
he's not
He
getting
got a
paid
benefit
minimum. You know,
wage.
he got this last. This is his last year coming up this new year, which he's gonna get paid. I want to say $10 million. So me personally, what I would do is I would go talk to the Dallas Mavericks because they're looking for a point guard because Kyrie Irving is going to be out for the pretty much the rest of the year, like Jordan was saying. And I would try to trade for Daniel Gafford, a real cheap, friendly contract, and he's efficient when it comes to playing defense, and he's a good pick and roll player and I feel like he's better than Rudy Gobert is when it comes to pick and roll. You know, pick and roll with Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley, it works awesome. But anybody else that tried to do with Rudy Gobert, it seemed like he just lose all direction or sense when it comes to that. I feel like Daniel Gafford could fill that spot for them. He'd be on a cheap, friendly contract, making between I want to say 12 to 14 million a year. So they'll still be under the apron. And then I would go out and like I told him, Jordan, I would sign what's the name? To the mid level exception, D'Angelo Russell. I feel like he ain't gonna get a big super contract anymore. Anyway, just me, just being honest, just the market as far as his value of what he brings now. I just feel like he could fill that role in. So you can have D'Lo at the 1, you got Anthony Edwards, you got Jaden McDaniels, you got Kevin Durant, and you got Gafford at the 5. That's just me personally. And you still got young players coming off the bench with Rob, Shannon, and then you got Dante. And then I would say go sign a backup big for the minimum. I feel like they could do something with that. Just me personally.
Oh, okay.
It
Going
might
off
work out.
this,
It might could work out. It might not. But that's just being like I said in La La Land, though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, going off that, like, come on, bro. You talking about D'Angelo Russell, who, when he was with the Lakers and LeBron, you see what his numbers did when he ain't got the ball in his hands all the time. You got Anthony Edwards, needs the ball. Jaden McDaniels, I mean, cool. He, playoff ball. Then you got Kevin Durant, who gonna need it. So we talking about D'Angelo Russell, who shows when he got somebody who needs the ball. He don't really like playoff ball. His numbers go from about 22 to 12-ish range real fast.
I feel
You
like
think
Kevin
he
Durant,
really gonna
but
take a smaller contract to go be with some players that you know you're not gonna get a shot, you're not gonna get the looks you want just because you're playing so much on ball.
I feel like me personally, I feel like Kevin Durant would be the number second, would be the number 2 option, and
Yeah.
preferably if he
Hold on,
comes
hold
to
on, hold
Minnesota.
on. Let me say one thing, brother. Let me say one thing.
What's up? Talk to me.
Think of it this way. Anthony Edwards is 23, brother. 23. Up there in the league. Don't get me wrong. Ain't scared of nobody, don't back down. For the last 2, 3 years, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's been killing the game. He's 26.
No, for a minute. Hold on.
Yeah,
For a minute.
That's what I'm saying. He's been
He just
cooking the
really
league
got
for a minute.
tested though.
Let Anthony Edwards do his thing without going to get pieces they're going to take away from him.
but that's why I said La La Land, though.
Well, no, so I
You
get
know
it
what I'm
though.
saying?
You
That's
go
why I
if
said
you
La
go
La
get
Land.
if you go get KD, bruh, it's taking away possessions from Anthony Edwards. You already have a dog. Our biggest
But
complaint
hold
about
on
Anthony
now.
Edwards this
You
finals.
don't I think he needs that in the playoffs.
No, I get that. I
We
get
talking
that. But
about
my thing is,
building them a
Shea
winning
gives
team.
Shea just bro. This Shea is 26, bro. It took him time to get there to be this dominant. Anthony Edwards is still dominant. He just needs that time, like Shea did. They didn't go and say, "Oh, let's go get a KD. Let's go get somebody else." No, they said, "Let's build around Shea. Let's get
But I don't
players
know about
that."
that, bro, because he had flashes in LA. He just was there with Kawhi, so he had somebody
They
who
took
was more
away from
about.
his game.
So we don't know how he was then. He could have been had this in the bag the whole time, and we just didn't see it because he was with Kawhi.
But
And then he
that's what
got
I'm
traded, and
saying.
we stopped watching OKC.
No, I get that. That's why I'm saying take the mold after OKC and just build off of that. Build off of and around your star player, Anthony Edwards. Stop going for the risk it all now method. Because you're gonna mess up your cap space doing that. And two, you're gonna ruin team chemistries. Build around Anthony. That's all I gotta say on the matter because I know we gotta switch topics, but that's my
But
viewpoint on it.
it's
Oh yeah,
still
oh
gonna
yeah.
be
I
it's still
like
gonna
I
be
said, I
injury
agree with
material.
you. I definitely agree with you. Build around Anthony Edwards. He still got time. But like I said, I was just giving a delusional la la land uh
Yeah.
answer to the situation if they want to go short term and try to win now. You know what I'm saying? But realistic, like I was gonna go to, like I said, I agree with you, Jay Moore. They need to build around him, give him time. He's only 23. Um, so we're done with that topic. We're gonna go on to the Knicks off-season plans. As y'all know, that they lost to the Indiana Pacers. Sadly,
Oh,
sadly they
Mm.
lost to the Indiana Pacers.
Knicks are 1-5.
4-2.
They got cheated.
I will
Getting
say
in sleep.
that it was a good series though, because I'm not gonna lie, me personally, the Knicks could have won that series. Game 1 and game 2, they choked. They
I
had the
didn't
lead
watch game one.
both
I watched game
games.
one, and I saw them when they got up I think 14 for like
All
3
right, now
minutes left
wait.
or whatever
Wait
it
till
was.
Daddy's done. When Daddy's done, I'll come
And
figure
the
it out. Go play. Play
what's
with
his
your
name?
sister.
Aaron Neesmith, crazy. You ain't never heard of
Cooked,
him shit like that, boy.
cooked
And
in the
I'm
last
watching. They
what?
just watching him. They just watching him shoot the ball.
Was it like the last 2 minutes of the game when he just started
Something like
cooking
that.
them?
Yeah,
It
something
was,
like that.
might
He
have been
was
even
hard.
less than that when he was
And
cooking.
was just smacking. I was just
Unbelievable. But we know that they fired their head coach, Tom Thibodeau, which was yesterday. Uh,
Trash.
yeah,
what do y'all
we talked about that.
feel like?
Hmm?
I said we talked about that. Go ahead, tell. Me tell us about it.
Huh?
No, I'm saying yeah, talk
Oh,
about it.
I was gonna say, what do y'all feel like the offseason moves that they need to do in order to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals for next year? Because in all honesty, Boston ain't gonna be a threat next year. Just all
You don't say
honesty.
ain't gonna be a threat because you still gotta respect the young bucks over there. But and they got a great coach. Boston got a great coach. But what they need to I ain't gonna say they don't they need defensive minded coach. I do think they need to move on from Mitchell Robinson.
So
They
let me
need
ask
to
you, why do
get
you feel like they need to move off of Mitchell Robinson? Because
because bro, if if Cat gonna be shaky on the defensive end, I would much rather have how much rather have either Bridges or Hart at the 4. Because a lot of these matchups with the 5s, they're not too, you got to worry about too much with just going crazy on the East at least. You got
Ain't
Miles
Josh Hart like
Turner,
6'3"?
but they be playing them at the 5 sometimes. At least Bridges what 6'7", 6'8", long as hell. Put him at the 4, he can go to 4. Pass.
Pause.
My fault.
I
But
Pause.
on the East, you got Jared Allen with the Cavs. He not shooting. You got Brook Lopez. He old. Cat can guard that. Cat can close out on that. Come on now. Miles Turner. Cat can close out on that. Come on now. I mean, I would just prefer my liability to be at the 5. Four is a
I
little bit
think
more mobile. They're more skillful than a lot of 5s in the league. So if we really gonna if we're gonna play big in the playoffs, I would prefer my liability to be at the 5.
I think Cat is the one choosing to play the 4. Cat, you gotta think, Cat came into the league as a center. And I don't think he liked that he wasn't getting the touches he want. Like they're not using him like Nikola Jokic as a 5. But at the
Yeah,
4, he started getting more
that's his fault.
touches.
That's his fault. You know,
No,
he's
I,
not.
I think that's
Jimmy
I think
Butler
it's
warned
just
us
a
about him.
I think it's a
Bro,
coaching thing.
like, they're not like that. I don't think he's
Oh,
skilled on offense, but defensively, and I did see it a lot before they even started talking about it on Twitter and all that. He was very lackadaisical, whatever. He's very lazy on the defensive end, very lazy. A
Yeah,
lot of the
I
screens he
agree.
was just dropping. He wasn't closing, he wasn't hedging, he was just dropping. He wasn't trying to switch on that. So the Pacers capitalized, get a lot of other threes. Boom. That's. Or if he did switch, he just getting beat easily out the dribbling. Like, come on now. He gonna be ready to let him play her defense all game. At the 5.
but Jordan, we did agree, like Jamar just said, coaching played a part in it because
Yeah.
Tomlin hardly used his bench, and when he did use his bench, they was doing some things to help them boys out. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with the firing? Like I told you earlier, I felt like they could have let him build off this year,
Fuck him.
and just gave him one more year. I say give him one more year,
I
and
I
think
then
they
say
should give him
no
another
just because
year.
off
then
his
work
track
everything
Because
out.
record. I hate
I would have
Tom
gave him another
Thibodeau
year.
because of his track record.
They owe him too much money. So I would give him another year. But to go with that, I told you the entire time, he was not coaching at all. He was not subbing, and them boys looked tired. I
It's
told
not,
you that
bro.
when
That's
we was
so.
watching the
It's
film.
not that he wasn't coaching. That's his mo, bro. He overworks his starting lineup, bro. That's what he did with the Bulls. That's why he got fired
But
from
if
the Bulls.
you gonna do that
That's
in the
fair.
playoffs, you can't do that. You can't do that in the regular season as well.
That's his coaching style, though. That's what I'm saying. Him
Come
as a
on.
coach, that's why I would have fired him.
I would have fired
You
him last
stuck to
season.
your mo. I'm firing
I would have fired
you.
him last
Clearly,
season
you're an
before he
old
got the
dog, and I
extension.
can't teach you new tricks. Get out of here. You're gonna
He should have
overwork the
been.
starting lineup, and you either gonna live or die with their productivity, no matter what's going on with your bench players, no matter how tired you and gassed you see they are on the court, how stagnant they are. You're gonna live and die by that starting 5, and you're gonna really ride your star player until they break.
They gotta get another ball handler. They got to. Jalen Brunson dribbling off for 18 seconds and shooting up a three is crazy. Crazy. He's very
I
skilled.
agree.
Braylon's 5'10". He's hoping, but no, sir. No, sir. No. The shot clock 23 seconds, you're dribbling 18. No. That's bad offense. Very bad. Bad eyes. He gotta come with the ball. He gotta come with the ball. And they don't really have another ball handler. He came out of the game, Josh Hart. I seen Josh Hart on puck coach like, bro, come on now. Angel Wilson said she could be Josh Hart. I don't even believe that. They don't believe it. That she could beat him 1-1.
I'm not gonna. I don't think the Knicks need to do much,
Right.
honestly.
I was gonna say that too. I don't think other than I feel like they could use their bench a little bit more. I feel like they need like a backup, like maybe power forward center with some length and height, maybe play a little
They
bit
got OG. I
defense
forgot about
to
OG.
kind of
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. They line up crazy.
yeah,
Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, McCall Bridges, OG Anoboy, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Crazy.
crazy.
Exactly. You trade Mitchell Robinson,
Even
you
when they
gonna get
had
you
Mitchell
another
Robinson
ball
in the
handler.
lineup, I felt like it was still pretty good. You know, when you look at the paper and the
And
matchup,
offensively, man.
I felt like the Knicks uh really was a super team compared to the paper. I mean, to the Pacers on paper. Like
Well, the,
you,
the Knicks lost to a team.
yeah, I get that, but I'm just talking
They
about like
were
on
a more
paper. Like
complete
if you
team.
look at the
Yeah.
paper and you look like okay, they starting 5 versus they for starting 5, and you look at the paper, I would choose the Knicks every time.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got a team. I feel like they don't really have much that they need to do this offseason other than
I can
maybe
agree
get
with
a
the Mitch
backup
Robinson.
big.
I can agree with the Mitchell Robinson. Like you've had him for a couple years now. He's been pretty stagnant. He had one
He's
really good year,
another.
and he's been pretty stagnant. Like move him around, bro.
He's another Rudy. He plays defense. He's a little bit more mobile than Rudy, but I mean, offensively, he's pretty.
That's who the
Limited.
Lakers need.
I ain't gonna lie. I would do a trade with the Lakers and see if you can get something from them.
Daniel Gafford needs to be in a purple jersey next year. Purple and gold. Daniel Gafford.
They're,
That's who
they're not gonna allow that, bro.
he's a elite when he's with
Bro,
the
nah. What's his name from the Mavericks, bro? He already still on death row in Dallas, bro. He not making no more trades with LA.
Nah, he
I
back getting the
promise that.
hood. He back
He
getting the
not trading
hood.
no more of that Mavericks team to LA. I promise you.
They got the number one pick. He back getting the
He's
hood. They don't
on
care
death
no more.
row right now, brother.
Yeah, I would like Daniel Gafford to come to the Lakers. Him or Mitchell Robinson or maybe Nick Claxton.
Let's talk about my
Uh,
Mavericks. No, I'm just playing.
They've been talking about Nick. I don't know if I like Nick over there, but I guess he hoops too, so I guess we'll rock with it. But my number one, I want him to go get Daniel.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all agree. Like I said, the Knicks really don't really have to do much other than find them the next head coach. That, like you said, that kind of fits them.
You just need 1-2 off the bench.
Yeah, just at 3, if that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if
Maybe
that.
maybe an 8, 9, maybe 9 rotation player. Like I said, I feel like they just need another big to kind of come in, and because like you said, Josh Hart, he's good at his role. He's good at what he's do for his size, but I just feel like they need another big. Just me personally. But other than that, I think the Knicks will be fine next year. They already got that 1 year in together, and then shoot, but like adding Cat, I feel like they could capitalize off of that. We got that out the way. Let's go on to the next topic. We're gonna talk about the Pacers versus OKC.
Come on, man. We already know what they doing. We already know. Okay, see, going live. They going up. And I'm going back to 4 seasons. Just turn up the whole week. As soon as they win, I'm going back. For real.
So Jordan, who do you have in this
Come on, man.
winning it? What's your prediction?
So, okay, CFO.
Okay, damn. Okay, CFO.
Okay, CFO.
Okay, CFO. All right. What about you, Jabo?
You see how the boys had Anthony Edwards in the headlock? Boy, imagine what they could do to Halliburton. Oh, my goodness. Boy.
We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna bring that up in a minute. What you think, Jamar? What is your prediction for
I
this
I
season? Who
ain't
you got?
gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be nice. I got OKC in 5.
You got OKC in 5.
I think the Pacers, but they don't have an answer for Shea. Ain't nobody able to guard him.
I
I
know
ain't
that's
gonna
the
say that. I
only
ain't gonna say
thing.
that. They got Andrew Nimhard. Don't get me wrong. I learned a lot
No,
about the
hold on.
Pacers
Take
this
into
past
account
game.
though.
They're
I'm not
super.
calling him a free throw merchant. But that nigga get to the free throw line, and Nimhard gonna be in foul trouble ASAP.
But he don't beat. I ain't gonna say he don't beat. A decent amount of them do be trying.
And don't let Halliburton get the switch, because he's cooking Halliburton.
Hey,
Facts.
I don't know.
Hallie's out of there.
I know y'all don't see my boy Lou Dirt Arizona State highlight tape. Don't let
Oh
him get
no,
loose. Hooper.
you said Luke Dort?
Hooper.
No,
Lose out there.
bro, he's been kind of quiet, but Dort is a dog too.
Yeah, Dark is the dog. He knows his role. He plays his role very well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He
bro.
don't need to score. Like I said, he's basically a 3-and-D. You know, he could improve on his 3-point
Shit,
percentage
Casey Wallace
a little bit
shooting
better.
that motherfucker.
Kentucky boy.
You know.
Shout out to John. Big dog.
It's over, man. It's
But
over.
Uh,
We already know who won.
I think for me personally, I'm gonna be generous too, but I got OKC 4-2. I think Pacers could give them 2 games, and the only reason why I say that because God,
Oh
OKC they
no!
got a good team, but
If
Pacers
they
got an
get to
all
two
around team
games,
though.
what's going to get them to 2 games is if was it Miles Turner gets down there and start giving them boys hell. That's what's going to get them 1 or 2 games. Because
But they ain't
I
gonna
don't
get
think
that.
Hartenstein.
Exactly. I don't see happening.
I don't
See
either.
that happening.
I don't either. But what Pascal Siakam? His matchup is what Chet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Siakam might be able to stretch the floor with him, but
That's where they're gonna have to take. I personally, that's where they're gonna have to take advantage of. Is that matchup that you said right there?
Excuse me?
Because Chat, I think Pascal, he's gonna have to be physical with him. I think that's the matchup they're gonna have to take advantage of.
Oh no, sir. No, sir. No. This is when their role players are going to have to be elite for all. If they win, they're going to 7. If the Pacers win, it has to be a 7-game series because they're going to have to be elite. Chet is
Yeah, they're gonna have to be elite. Yeah, I agree with that.
what this is. OKC is a very complete. The league should damn near be scared of you. This is a very complete team, and most of them, I'm gonna say 90% of the team is about 26 or younger.
Bro, for the last 2
They
years, they
are
was
a
the youngest team.
very complete team.
But listen though, y'all may disagree with this. I agree with you with OKC being a complete team, but the Pacers are also a complete team too. They got a really great. And look, I'm gonna say they're a watered down version of OKC, and the reason why I say that because they have a really great. I think they have a really great team. 1 through 5, they got the players that fit their system for Rick Carlisle, and they got a bench too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was surprised. People
I
that was
can't
coming
say
in
that they're
and doing what they
complete.
need to do, they got a bench though, Jordan. You can't sleep on them
I can't say that they're not complete. I can say that they're not complete because they don't have a superstar.
because they
I
don't have
don't
a
think
what.
Tyrese because they don't have a superstar. I don't think Tyrese is a superstar.
But listen though, the '04 Pistons they didn't have a superstar, and they beat the Lakers. They beat Shaq and Kobe. They didn't have a superstar.
Richard Hamilton?
You talking about with Chauncey Billups?
Yes.
You talking about Rip Hamilton?
So you telling me those are superstars?
You talking about Ben Wallace, the best
So
6'9" defensive center we've ever
telling me
seen?
those are superstars?
No.
Bro, their team was stacked.
He was. If he wasn't
So,
a superstar, he was damn near something. Bro wasn't a hope.
so you telling me that they're
Whenever
superstars?
you doing
I'm not
COVID,
taking.
play some Richard Hamilton highlights.
Hold on.
Oh my
Wait.
god!
Hold on, wait. Whoa.
So you put Rip Hamilton in the same category as Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade as being a superstar?
Damn near.
Rip Hamilton was him, bro.
Oh my god!
Hey, and don't
You're
let him get popped in the
tripping.
nose and put the face
You're
mask on because he give you
tripping.
40.
So you
Rip
telling me
Hamilton was him.
Tayshaun Prince is a superstar in the
No, he's
way
like Paul
of like
Gasol. Tayshaun Prince was like
LeBron
Paul Gasol for
James
them.
and Carmelo Anthony? So
Tayshaun Prince was Paul Gasol for them, bro.
you will put him in the same category as a superstar like LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony.
No,
Bro, I said Chauncey Billups and
answer
Ben
the
Wallace
question.
first.
Answer the
I
question.
said Chauncey. Bro, you see how he changes? Bro, he had.
So you will put Chauncey Billups as a superstar in the same category as Curry.
Hold on, all right,
and Magic Johnson.
so
Magic Johnson is a superstar. We can all agree, right?
Let's go down.
Right. So you would put him in the same category as them two.
No, you're avoiding the conversation. Go down the matchup.
Question. Oh, wait. Let me ask you this: is he in your top 5 point guards? Is he in your top 5 point guards of all time? Chauncey Billups.
So they got to be a superstar to be a top 5.
Bro, hold on. All right,
is he in your top 10?
In that instance, the Lakers didn't even have a top 100 point guard. So Chauncey's cooking whoever was in front of him.
I agree with that. I'm just saying though.
So it went. So no. But so that's why.
All-star.
Well, no, I get that. But that's why matchups matter. Jordan's trying to get to the matchup piece of it. Yes, they had Kobe and Shaq. Who did they have besides that? Well, nobody guarding Chauncey. Chauncey was giving them 30. Rip Hamilton was going to lose to Kobe. Rip Hamilton's going to lose to Kobe. But he's going to fight.
Okay.
He's going to fight. Who's the 3? Wait, they didn't have Tayshaun Prince at the 3.
Yeah.
They had Tayshaun
Prince 3, and then they had Rashard Wallace at the 4.
Oh, yeah. Tayshaun Prince. But who's from the Lakers at small forward was doing shit with that? Nobody.
Man, Rick Fox.
Exactly. Getting cooked. That nigga belonged in the movie, not on the court.
But I'm
at the 4. Who they have at the 4?
Though.
Karl Malone, old ass. Rasheed Wallace, I'm taking him over Karl Malone's old ass.
I'm just saying though, and I'm not calling them. They're not role players. I think of that starting 5 of all. I consider them all stars. That's just me. I don't think
they're
a
team of 5 all stars versus 2 superstars. I'm losing.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying that you cannot just say they superstars. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna slander the game like that.
You're right. I shouldn't be throwing around the superstar title. That's on me.
Thank you.
Hold on. Okay, time out. Pause. Richard Hamilton was not a superstar. He was a star. He was a star.
I don't even think he was a star.
Oh no!
Whoa! Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful.
Rip Hamilton was a star, bro. Don't do him,
bro. So to me, a star is somebody is like Bradley Beal. Like if you had to put Rip Hamilton versus Bradley Beal,
an all-star.
He's an all-star. Bradley was an all-star.
Bro, it goes superstar, all-star, star.
That's how you do
We're
it.
not.
So I do
We're
it.
not.
I do it. I
We're
do
not
a
saying Rip is
superstar.
a. We're not
No,
saying Rip
no,
is a top tier all star. We're saying he's a star.
no. I'm just saying how I grade it or how I look at it. I
We
do
got upgrade
superstar,
his
star,
star.
and then all star. I feel
Oh, you
like
got star all star?
yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like you're
Bradley
above
Okay.
being
Bill. Bradley Bill with
a.
Rip Hamilton? I'm just Rip Hamilton.
I'm not gonna lie. Rip Hamilton could play
Hey,
defense, and he was getting a bucket.
and I'm not going to disagree with y'all, but
Bradley Bill's
like I said,
awesome.
just to
Rip Hamilton.
explain, I feel like as a star, like you're one step above from being a superstar, but you also close to being an all-star. So like you're teetering. So like that's why I say superstar, star, and then all-star, because you already reached that caliber of being an all-star. You're getting noticed, you're putting up the numbers that you need to, and then you take so like for an instant right now, like Anthony Edwards,
Outside that.
his second year, I would say what we would consider him an all-star, right? And then I felt like that next year he took that leap and became a star. And then like now that we're talking about him, like people comparing him to the second coming of MJ and him being the face of the league. I believe he's a superstar because he took those steps because of what he
I ain't
brings
gonna
to the
lie,
game. So that's
but
just how I based it, and that's how I just you know what I'm saying.
Anthony Edwards is a mega star.
Alright,
I
so
can agree with that too.
That man, hold on. I'm
well,
only saying. I'm not saying because of his game. His game, he's a superstar. He's a mega star because his off court
Yeah,
okay,
antics as well. Buddy is a YN hero. I'm done. I'm my fault. I'm not gonna bring it up no more. But I just had to say that.
but we off topic.
Yeah,
Let's get
that's why I
back to
said
the
I'm
topic.
done. I'm done.
With the Thunders and I mean, with the Thunders and the Pacers, right? So game one is coming up actually tomorrow.
Yep.
I feel like everybody should tune into that, man. I think it's gonna be a real good game. I feel like the first one,
OKC by 25.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a blowout.
They're in OKC, ain't they?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
The
yeah.
Pacers
OKC
fight.
by
The
25.
Pacers fight. They flew into like I think a tornado yesterday or something like that. Them boys is out there. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. OKC in
But
25
but
by
realistically,
20
I
by
got
25.
OKC in 5. I got OKC in 5. Just because they want to win in their home court. Game 5 back home.
Hallie gonna have his little choke moment, game 3, when they finally get home. They gonna win one, and then they just gonna gentleman sweep them up out of there.
Bro,
That's what I'm gonna say is gonna happen.
I think how they averaging like 15, 5, if I'm being honest, and that's like at best because Lou Dort, he did Anthony Edwards.
Well, no, bro, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just Luke Dort, bro. Their whole OKC defense is gonna be rotating on him.
yeah, yeah.
J Dub gonna guard you. Luke Dort gonna guard you. They
Alex
back up off the
Caruso.
bench. Alex Caruso gonna come get a touch, bro. Tyrese Halliburton is about to have to be running circles.
That's crazy.
The Knicks didn't have that.
I think if they control the pace, then I think it'll be a close game.
Guard, OG guard for sure. The Knicks damn near had it too. I just think they got
they did, but they didn't. They stuck to a 5-man roster. OKC has an 8, 9, 10-man roster rotation.
They got all 15.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going against a team that only goes off of 5, 6 players, bro. They're about to play a team. They're both really good teams as like a team makeup. OKC has the superstars.
Yeah.
Pacers don't. And the superstar from OKC, Shea, ain't taking no prisoners.
He might give him 50 game.
Bro, he might. Game 1, he might go for 50, bro. I'm not. I just don't see who's going to stop him. The best defense from the Pacers is what? Nimhard or Siakam?
I think we are.
You're not switching Siakam to him, and Nimhard going to be in foul trouble.
I think we're underestimating this Pacers team because they don't make it this far.
You just said they get sweep. You just said 4-0.
Bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie. The more we've been talking, he been switching up. He said, "Oh, 4-0 OKC." Oh wait, 5. He agreed with 5-1. Now he about to be like, "Oh, if the Pacers win, it's gonna have to be in 7." Like, no, bro, make your mind up and stick to it, bro.
If the Pacers do pull this out, I do think it'll be a 7. But OKC 5. OKC 5. Because no. But I do think we're undermining it. Because Nemhard had Jalen Brunson in prison as well, low key. Jalen Brunson just a tough bucket getter. Like he was playing something, he was traveling like a motherfucker. But it was some great defense.
Jalen Brunson is a really good bucket getter, but I don't think he's as crafty offensively as Shea. Shea's the most complete scorer at the PG right now.
Because Shea's 6'6". It's extremely hard to stop that.
And he's not weak either. He got some muscle on him.
He
Right.
is a better point guard than Jalen Brunson, but as far as
Yeah,
like
but
him being the
Jalen
most
Brunson's
complete
like
point guard in the league.
No. I didn't say most complete point guard. I said most
Oh,
complete
okay.
scoring, like
Scoring.
scoring wise.
Who better
Name
than
one.
Man,
Don't
you
say-
might
don't
hit me
say
for
Luka.
this, but yeah, Luca, man. As much as look, as much as a lot of people don't, talk about Luca defense and stuff like that, man. Like it's shit. Like his offense is good. I hated when the Lakers played against him. Me personally, last year, I felt like Luca should have won MVP instead of Jokic because of the numbers that he put up. And if you
I'm
don't
not.
know, go look at his numbers from last
I'm
year.
a Mavericks fan.
You know what I'm saying? Oh well,
I'm a
so
Mavericks fan.
So I felt like he.
No,
Come on,
I'm
man.
saying from a Mavericks fan, I'd much rather have Shaq.
And that's okay, and that's fine. But I'm just talking about last year. The numbers that Luca put up, oh man. And then the team that they had too.
So hey, I'm gonna say this. If Shea get this ring, I don't want to hear this talk no more
About what?
about the most complete offensive guard. If
Between
Shea
him
get
and
this
Luca?
ring,
But
if
they got a
Shea get
complete
this
team now.
ring,
You can't
Luca's
do
number
that.
2.
No, that's it's a complete game. It's gonna take a complete team for them to win that. You can't do that.
Bro, no, the
It is a-
Mavericks had a complete team, bro.
This year,
No,
they did.
last year when they made it to the finals.
Yeah.
The Mavericks made it to the finals.
I know they did, but I don't think they
We
had
had
a
a complete
team.
team.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
had a
not complete.
complete team.
this team though, this year that he was on, I think is way better, man. Like it was set for Luca. I just felt like if he wasn't
So
injured, and
I
I
would
think
I would agree if we didn't have Kyrie.
I think with Kyrie, without Luka, and they have AD. If AD can stay healthy, this is a match made in heaven. This team is put together beautifully, and you give them the number one pick. Oh my goodness!
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Mavericks fan anymore. I hate Kyrie.
What don't? Oh my goodness!
Hey,
You're talking about one of the most skilled players in the league ever.
No, you talking about one of the best, like what? And one players.
Oh, here we go. Please don't start. All right, listen. I'm not condoning nothing that you're talking about right now. I don't even want to get
Let's
into
be
topic.
real, bro.
I
Let's
don't want to
be
get.
real about it. Be real about it.
we can say this for another topic. We
What
can
real
say this for another
competition?
next time.
You right? My fault.
We get off topic again. My bad. Hey,
My
that's on
fault,
me.
Tim.
So
My
let me ask y'all
fault.
this: if OKC wins the championship, who gets Finals MVP?
That's not even a question.
OKC?
Yeah,
Come on,
Bro,
the man who had all the
bro.
votes.
Next question.
I gotta
Next
ask.
question.
Okay,
Next
what
question,
about if the Pacers win? Who gets Finals MVP?
Shit, probably Siakam again. We don't know.
This is not the conversation I want to have.
We don't know.
Because they did him wrong. Halliburton should have been Eastern Conference Final.
He should have won
Oh,
that.
facts.
Though. He should have won that.
Facts. I agree. Without Hallie there, that team, like Siakam doesn't go off without Hallie. Hallie's averaging what, 13 assists? He's getting him the ball.
Averaging 20 points.
That's what I'm
bad
saying.
game. He had one bad game.
And thank you. Hallie should have won it. But
We
it's gonna be an
didn't
Iguodala. No, if the Pacers, it's gonna be an Iguodala and Steph Curry moment. They're gonna give it to Iguodala. Just saying.
Yeah,
Even though Iguodala was LeBron was averaging 36 on his head, Iguodala got MVP. I don't know how.
Brown should have got MVP that year.
Bro, yes, he should have had an Allen Iverson MVP in the finals. I agree.
Every year, LeBron was in the finals. He should have had MVP. Whether he won or not, game.
But yeah, next question, Tim. My fault.
No, you good. But this is good talk though. I like it this though because it's man, it brings another light to the sport really and truly because of all the many different opinions. You said what?
2018 Brown in the playoffs is the greatest player we have ever seen.
Hey, we gotta stay on topic, but I'm gonna say this. You can say 2018, but me personally, 2013 LeBron James when he was with the Heat.
2018 playoffs.
Well, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I liked both versions of LeBron, but I say 2018, bro. He led in every statistical category for any player, both teams. That is insane.
I'm gonna say this. And the reason why
and costing that game, they win the finals.
I'm gonna say this. The reason why I choose Miami Heat version of LeBron because you gotta think about it. I'm gonna call it for what it is.
He choked
He
though.
went through Toronto, okay, Boston. They had a young fresh team, and I forgot who else he played in the conference final. But the only real test to me was the Golden State Warriors because they had KD or whatever. That was when KD was playing with them, right?
Bro, you
Yeah,
talking about LeBron toe?
yeah. When LeBron went through the Eastern
You talking
Conference
about
just to get to the
2018?
finals.
You said they
Yes,
went through
2018.
Boston like they got the same team. We still
But
talking
I'm
about
saying they
this
was
shit.
younger though. They wasn't
Yeah.
experienced.
Like,
Hey, I'm not gonna
earlier on
lie.
the floor, y'all said experience didn't matter. Then I said pick
LeBron
Mike Conley.
sunned everybody that year. He
He
only
did.
lost in the finals because of his team sold him.
He
Brother,
did. I felt like it was too easy for him.
2018
But
run.
I just like
What's what?
the I don't know. I just like the
So the
modern
only and the only
rebranding.
reason why, bro, look at the game. In 2018, 2013, he was good. He was athletic, young, fast, dominate.
He
2018,
put it
bro,
all together.
he had a complete game, bro. His game completely changed. Like he looked like a all around complete player. He wasn't solely on his athleticism. It wasn't solely on just his passing. Like Buddy was giving you post up fades. Buddy
He
was
was
giving you hook shots.
hitting.
He
Still
was
ain't
bodying
hitting.
people going to the rim. He was shooting the three ball. Like he did everything.
I think Bron turned what 40 this year. That was 5 years ago, bro.
I
That
think
boy
I think he's already
35.
I think he was already 40, ain't he?
Yeah. He turned 40 in December, I want to say.
Yeah, he's 40.
Yeah.
5 years ago, bro was 35. Old as hell.
Bro, nobody
Competing at that
you gotta
level.
think, nobody had their prime past what, 33? He did it
And,
at age 35.
and if they had it at 33, they hit their prime late. So they started at like 29. Bro been in his prime his whole life.
Bro,
Come
yeah,
on,
he's
bro.
been I wouldn't say his whole life. His rookie year was a good rookie season. After that, after
Which
his
he
rookie
averaged
season, bro was
20.
prime. That's what I'm saying. Buddy was prime. That next year,
But
straight prime.
at the time, that was phenomenal.
But all
It
right, we
That
gotta
was.
year for a
go
rookie was
to
phenomenal. And he
My
was
we're gonna
fault.
go to the
wild.
Dang.
next subject.
Yeah, my
Our
bad, my
last
bad.
subject of the night. Now you good. That's good conversation. We're gonna talk about the switch sports and we're gonna go to the NFL. We're gonna talk about the Eagles. Cause personally
Mm,
me, man, I ain't gonna
mm.
lie. How the way they did the Chiefs last year in the championship hurt my feelings. I stopped watching after the first quarter because I had so much. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had so much faith in Patrick
Just
Mahomes,
remember
but that defense changed my
that D
mind.
line did
And
that with
so
no blitzes.
you said what?
Bro,
They
they did
did
that.
that
Yeah,
with
just rushing
no
four.
blitzes.
They only sent 3 or 4.
The whole game. They struggled more with the Commanders than they did with the Chiefs. And everybody was like, oh, they for the three-peat. What?
So let me ask y'all this: do they have a chance to repeat this year?
No.
Why?
Back coming.
Why do you
Back
feel like the
coming. That's
Eagles might
why.
not have a chance?
They traded Darius Slay. They traded C.J. Gardner. No. A.J. Brown tired of being in there.
I'm not gonna lie.
We're going to have a
I
healthy Bengals team. That's why the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl winning this year.
This nigga
Forget
is
everybody else. The
no.
Bengals are going to win.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a hard time seeing who's gonna compete with the Chiefs. Or not the Chiefs, the Eagles. They like don't get me wrong. They traded away Darius Slay.
They
They
did.
traded away C.J. Gardner. I get it, but look at it, bro. They still have that front five, bro. Like,
No, I think they lost one or two, but I mean they're replaceable, But I think they did lose some of they did.
and then on offense, bro, they didn't lose shit.
They didn't lose nothing on offense, and like I was telling Jordan earlier, they might have lost their veteran players on
Usually,
defense, but they still had the same people that was with them from last year as far as like their young core. Like they just got younger on defense, but still with the same people from last year.
Hey, they
So
got
I think it's kind of tough not to say they ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? Now it's wide open. You never know because it's different each year, but it's kind of hard. I could see them representing the NFC again. Just me personally.
they went and got
they
that
smashing the
linebacker
NFC.
from
NFC ain't got nothing for them. It's
they
gonna have
got
to come
that
out the
Campbell
AFC.
dude from Alabama straight. Dog. Shout out to we talking about OKC. We need to shout out that front office because they've done a phenomenal job on drafting and
You
getting
talking about the
players.
Eagles,
Yes,
bro?
phenomenal.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They're in my division, bro. Not only in my conference, they're in my division, and I'm tired of seeing them niggas, bro. Like, bro, these niggas is going up every Tuesday, bro. Niggas got all these players coming out the woodworks, drafting phenomenally. Got Saquon Barkley. First off, their offense was already like OD as fuck. Now you got Saquon Barkley. Like, bro, I'm sick of the Eagles, bro.
I don't think before they got Saquon, the offense was OD, but adding him made it OD for sure. Before that,
Oh no,
they was it
that's
was
what I'm
OD. It
saying.
was cool. Like
Like, bro,
they
they
had a
have
good offense. Getting Saquon made them a great offense too.
their receiving core, great quarterback. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm all for my Oklahoma quarterbacks, but Jalen Hurts, he's not a better quarterback than some of these guys.
No, for
Jalen
real.
Hurts is top 8. You need
Yeah,
to
Who?
know that
facts,
quarterback.
Who?
facts.
You
I
said
got him
he's
like
top
top
eight?
8. He's
Okay,
top. I
top
got
eight.
him top 8
Nah, hold
Okay.
on.
for
I'm not
sure.
gonna lie. He damn near might be top 5.
It's a
Might be
tough
top 5.
list. I know. I definitely know he's up there in the top 20% of the league, or top 10% of the league in quarterbacks.
Give me 5
But
quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts.
5,
Okay. So let me do this
5.
then. I'm gonna name off a couple quarterbacks then, and we're gonna see. Would you choose Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
And for the Eagles team, because I think scheming plays a very big role into this.
I'm asking
Because
though, who would you choose if you had to choose between the two? Who would you choose, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
but scheming plays a big part in this stuff. But if I just on paper, I'm gonna choose it. I'll go Lamar.
You're gonna go with Lamar. What about you, Jamar?
I'll go Lamar.
If you had to choose between Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, who would you choose?
I'm gonna go Lamar.
Nigga, you tripping? I'm choosing Lamar Jackson. This nigga over here trying to think. Nigga,
I
you know
don't,
your
I
answer,
don't,
nigga.
I don't know, brother.
Whatever, nigga. Okay, Jalen Hurts or Joe
One of
Burrow.
them got a Super Bowl ring, so I can't really.
We just talking about we take away the
Yeah, let's not
accolades
get into that. He
and
blessed me with
everything.
a complete team. Lamar don't
We're
have
just
that,
talking
but
about the
we'll talk about
player.
that.
We're just talking about the player.
I'm
You
choosing
have to
Lamar.
choose
And
Jalen
don't
Hurts
even
and
say
Lamar
the
Jackson.
name Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's the number one quarterback in the league.
I'm
He
gonna choose Joe
led the
Burrow
league
too.
in passing yards and I think touchdowns last year. So that's not even it's
No,
irrelevant.
I got Joe Burrow like second or third.
Okay. If you had to choose Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen, who you choosing?
Don't do this. All right, I'm choosing Jalen Hurts. I'm not. I don't like Josh Allen. I'm choosing Jalen Hurts,
He a Josh
and
Allen hater. I get it.
that's my
I know.
unbiased
I get the
opinion.
hate. I get the hate. I get the hate.
I think Jalen Hurts has
I'm
better
choosing
talent.
Josh Allen, but I understand.
I'm choosing Josh Allen.
I understand Jordan's perspective.
I'm. It's okay. So since y'all are choosing Josh Allen, is it close? In my book, it's close. I think it's pretty close. I mean, Josh
No,
Allen,
so
we know
my
what
thing. All right.
he does.
So what I'll say
We
is
know
every
he's
quarterback
not
that
a
you're
great
about to
guy.
name, every quarterback Tim's about to name that we're moving, I think it's close with Jalen Hurts. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a really like we have a lot of really good quarterbacks in the league right now. Like you said, as much as I hate Lamar Jackson's a really good quarterback. You got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen.
That's my top 5.
Uh,
In 4 and 5, which is Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, very interchangeable.
You said
But after
who?
that, the gap is pretty wide. That's my top
after
5.
that 5, I wouldn't say it's pretty wide after that 5.
It's pretty big. The only one that's
Some of
pretty
these young
close,
quarterbacks are good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, some of these.
the only one
Yeah.
that's pretty close. Well, I ain't gonna say it's pretty wide, but there's like a foot in between. Because then I'm gonna put Jordan Love and Dak at 6 and 7. The same stuff.
Bro, no. Dak is number
Then we
15.
got Jared Goff. Come
Dak is
on,
number 15.
it's crazy.
I don't even like Dak, but Dak is not number 15,
Okay.
bro.
Listen, I
Better
despise
yet,
the Cowboys. I
go
hate that.
down the list of quarterbacks, and I promise you, I'm picking them over
So
Dak.
you saying you gonna pick Justin Herbert over Dak Prescott
Ass.
when
Yes.
They
Yes.
try to
they've been
compare Justin
winless against
Herbert
the
with
Dallas
Joe
Cowboys for the
Burrow.
past 3 years?
Yes.
No,
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
I'm
listening
picking
to
Justin
crazy.
Herbert, bro.
you're
That is
you're insane.
crazy.
What you
No,
doing?
I'm lying.
Matter
I'm not picking Justin Herbert. But
You gonna pick Geno Smith over Dak Prescott?
hold on. Geno Smith with the Seahawks was actually pretty fucking good. Let's not lie like he wasn't out there.
I'm not saying that, but I'm
They were
saying
competing.
you gonna pick Geno Smith over Dak Prescott.
He did go further than Dak Prescott in the playoffs.
Brother, that's a team thing. It's not just Dak.
Go look at the offensive yards in our playoff games.
He
The
ran
first two.
into San Fran.
Every time we lose, bro, it is because Dak Prescott cannot get a first down in the first half.
Bad play calling.
We
All
have
getting
a
on him.
kicker who is kicking that bitch from damn near 70 yards. I'm not hearing it that we can't at least get to field goal range.
It's not all on him, brother. It's not.
I'm not. No, it's not on Dak. It was definitely a coaching thing. I get that. It was coaching. Some of our players, I get it. But you are a quarterback holding out, asking to be paid the highest quarterback salary, and you are not giving me highest quarterback salary type numbers, type wins. You're not getting me to a conference. I don't care about Super Bowl. You can't even get me to the conference game. No, nigga. Get out of there.
So you're telling me you're in the league. It's time for you to get paid.
You got rookies with more playoff wins than you, bro. And you getting paid $60 million. You're the highest paid quarterback right now. You have been for the last 3 years.
You're telling me you're in the league. You put up great numbers with, not the
great numbers win. Go look at the stats. His numbers are always against cover 4 at the end of the game.
He got Patty Mahomes numbers.
Because we're losing 35-0 by halftime. By halftime. Mind you, I have to watch this as a Cowboys fan. I'm fucking crying. We're losing 35-0 at halftime. And then the teams are dropped back in cover 4. Oh, now this nigga knows how to throw the fucking ball and goes for 400 passing yards. No, nigga, I need a complete game out of you. You are getting paid $60 million fucking dollars. You are the highest paid quarterback for the last 3 years. And you are losing. You have less playoff wins than rookie quarterbacks. You're getting paid more than Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Can't even get me to the conference game. I don't even need a win in the conference championship, brother. I at least need to see that motherfucker. But you can't get me there.
So you're telling me you put up, in your words, like good numbers, decent numbers, right? Which is usually you were in the MVP talk 2 seasons ago. You're not gonna go to your front office telling, "Hey, I'm in the MVP talk. I need to be the highest paid quarterback." You're not doing that.
Nigga, the times he was in the MVP.
No.
Hold on. You're asking me a question. All right, my fault. Finish your question. My bad.
You're not gonna ask for much money. You are.
That doesn't matter. No. What have you done? I'm talking about the front office, bro. Hold on. As a player,
correct?
Nigga, his MVP season was last year before his contract. His MVP season was His MVP season was during his contract. It wasn't for contract talks. So when he was negotiating this contract,
he just got paid again.
Bro,
so it's always for the contract.
He was negotiating this contract, the first one, because he's been the highest paid quarterback for years now. Years. I know he just got paid again, and I'm pissed off about it. But I'm talking about the contract before that. Because he's been the highest paid quarterback with both contract signings.
You play for future contracts is what I'm saying.
Can I get my point off?
You got to answer the question. You come off a season like that and you not ask for the most money? Yes or no?
As a player, do what you have to. As a front office, fired.
You can't be mad at the he's fresh off of MVP near a season like that.
What was your complaint? What was your complaint, Jordan? You said I can't put it all on Dak because his team sucks. He needs more players. How the fuck we going to afford more players? You asking for $60 million and can't win us a game.
They always not paying nobody. They don't like paying nobody, man. Jerry don't like paying nobody. That's they fuck.
Bro, Jerry don't like paying niggas because when he finally decides to pay niggas, they go ghost. Zeke, Dak, DeMarcus Lawrence.
He was asking
every nigga we done chose to pay in the last 10, 15 years, go ghost, like Danny Phantom.
You're just a hater.
I'm not a hater, bro. I'm a realist.
You're not a realist. We talking about a nigga who damn near in MVP conversation every year.
Bro, look at your Cincinnati Bengals, bro. They decided to open up the checkbook, nigga. Y'all about to get torched on defense, nigga. Y'all giving up. Y'all better score 80 because you're giving up 70.
They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the dude who led the league in sacks last year. And so don't just pay him.
He not saving y'all, nigga. I'm talking about the DBs y'all let go because you ain't have the salary cap.
I like how y'all niggas started talking about Dallas. They said fuck the Eagles, huh?
Hey, fuck the Eagles. I'm tired of them niggas.
They not winning again. They not winning this year. Forget them.
We're gonna see though.
Who's beating them? Is my question. It's gonna have to come from the AFC.
That's a good
The
question. 'Cause look,
Bengals. The
I'm
AFC
gonna
going.
The
I'm gonna
Bengals ain't
bring
gonna
up the
make it.
schedule real quick. I'm gonna bring up the schedule real quick.
We
We
the
go
only
through it real
ones that
quick.
beat Patrick Mahomes in the
This is
AFC.
the
We got
schedule for the
And you
Eagles.
lost in the game, nigga. You're
we
no,
got
no.
cheated. And if Joe Burrow would have had a better line, we killed the Rams that
Damn.
year.
You didn't get cheated, nigga. You lost.
No, we got cheated.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that cheating shit, bro. I'm sick of
We
it.
got cheated.
I'm sick of niggas talking that, bro. You lost.
This
And most
is
importantly, if we would
the
have had a
what's the
better
name
line
right
Joey
around
here?
Joe
Joey
Burrow,
B didn't have it in him.
we had a terrible line. Donald,
I don't,
what's Aaron Donald killed our line?
nigga. When Pat Mahomes lost to Tom Brady, guess what they said? It's Pat Mahomes' fault. That nigga ran 10 miles behind the line of scrimmage,
Who said it
nigga.
was Pat Mahomes' fault? It was his
Everybody.
receivers. They
I'm not.
was
I'm not saying
blocking.
us. I'm not saying us. I'm saying the world. The world's like, oh, this Pat Mahomes choked. It's Pat Mahomes' fault. Nigga, he ran 10 miles. He ran a triathlon behind the line of scrimmage. It always falls on the quarterback, bro. That's what it is. They're the highest paid player on the team.
That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. But I've just put up the Eagles schedule, and this is what they have. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God! Not week one.
Yeah, they got the.
Oh my God!
For the Eagles, is that a dub or is that a loss?
That's a blowout.
They busting our ass. They busting our ass.
What about
Dak
week
Prescott
2?
might have 300 passing yards in the fourth quarter with how much ass whooping we about to take.
They
Dallas might actually win that. I ain't gonna lie, because they got George Pickens and they added some weapons. But
So we did add some weapons. Honestly, we might be nice, but I haven't seen them yet. I'm going off of our track record, not off of our potential.
And y'all back healthy, so. But I still got the Eagles winning that.
The Chiefs, I think that'll be a better game, but I think the Eagles might. Well, regular season, I think the Chiefs win it because
but they're in Kansas though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. With regular season, I give the edge to the Chiefs.
They'll beat the Rams.
But I'm not gonna lie, the
Los
Chiefs.
Angeles Rams.
The Chiefs gonna be a tough game. Yeah, they're smacking the Rams.
Yeah, I think they're smacking the Rams.
They're smacking the Bucks.
They're
smacking the Bucks. They're smacking Denver.
I can't see. You gotta.
They gonna beat.
Yeah, you gotta let it load up. Yeah, they smacking them. They smashing the Giants with Russell Wilson ass.
So they're 5-1 now.
And after that, they got the Minnesota Vikings.
That'll be a good game, but I think they're gonna win just because what's his name
JJ
is young. He's a young quarterback.
Yeah. And then
They're gonna win that. They're gonna win that because of the Vikings' young quarterback.
They'll beat the Giants.
They'll beat the Giants again. They got to bye. Okay, they're at Green Bay.
They're 8-0 at Green Bay. Oh, they're 9-0.
No, they remember we had to lose in the game. We had to lose in the Chiefs.
You got these niggas starting off like this?
I know that's
Detroit.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. For them winning the Super Bowl and having this week of a schedule, it's kind of the Detroit. I'm not gonna lie, the Detroit Lions are gonna fight. I think they're gonna fight. That one's a tough one. I can't call that one. But then they whooping our ass again. So
nah, I think Dallas can get that one at home. I think Dallas can get that.
Oh wait, we're at home?
Yeah.
We might sneak one. Maybe then our team chemistry would be good by then, so we might be able to sneak it in.
Then they got
Bears. Bro, they're committing fellatio against the Bears. The Chargers are out of there. They're beating them. The Eagles might lose 2 games all season if they stay healthy.
They're beating the Raiders.
They're smacking the Raiders. The Commanders are going to win one. The Commanders have done it every year that the Eagles have been a top team. The Commanders sneak one.
They got that's Buffalo Bills.
So yeah, starting week 16, I think it's where they get their 1 or 2 losses from week 16.
11-6.
You said 11-6?
11-6.
Who's gonna be 11-6?
Who's the 6 teams they lost to?
I got them losing to the Commanders once, the Cowboys once. They're gonna lose to Buffalo. They're gonna lose to Detroit. They're gonna lose to Green Bay. And then I heard them lose to another team.
Damn. I mean, I fucks with it. I know the Commanders are gonna steal one for sure. We might be able to steal one.
I think I'll steal one.
And I think they lose to the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna tax that ass because with their young secondary and Josh Allen's I think he's gonna eat that alive. After that, I don't know, bro. I think the Lions will fight. So I did say I was on the fence about the Lions, so I agree with that one. So they're at 4 losses. I think they smack Green Bay though.
Think that's like Green Bay.
I don't know, bro.
I think Green Bay might be. It'll be close, but I think Green Bay might be able to sneak that out. Only if Jordan Love doesn't.
I'm thinking about Green Bay's defense, bro. They're not stopping the Eagles.
They
I
got
don't see them
Daniel
getting.
Alexander.
You said what,
They got Daniel Alexander. What you mean?
bro? Bro, what? Saquon, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Gobert, Jalen Hurts, bro. They're not. Jared Alexander can only guard one,
And they have an excellent offensive line. They always
and
did.
their offensive line is top 3 every year.
Yeah, that is, yeah. They always have a good O line.
Because you got to think, bro, in games where Jalen Hurts, like, it might be an iffy game where if they got really good, the other team has really good DBs, they don't throw that hoe. They run that bitch up the field for 250 yards. Like, he does not, that's the beauty about Jalen Hurts. He doesn't have to throw it on this team.
He really don't.
I think yeah.
Shit, they could damn near
AJ
tush
Brown
push the whole way
defense.
down the field if they wanted to.
I hate that fucking play. I hate that play. I
Well,
wish they would have banned that hoe from the
if
league.
you can't, you can't beat them, join
That shit there just sucks the
them.
fun out of it. No diddy, but
You
damn.
can't
I'm not
ban
gonna
a
lie to
play
you.
if nobody's really getting hurt. I ain't seen
The
too many people
only
get hurt
the
from it.
only way that I think, hold on, I think this year the Commanders are gonna show the league how to either stop the play or get the play banned. Because they were on to something in the playoffs. I think Frankie Louvu, I think he's gonna give Jalen Hurts or himself a concussion on that play, and then it's gonna be in talks about shutting that play down. Because now players are having to sacrifice their bodies in order to stop it. Or they're just gonna downright stop it. Because I think the Commanders, out of all the teams, they stopped the tush push the most. So I hate the tush push, but hey, if it works, it works. I
I don't
mean,
give a fuck. I
I
just
don't
hate it.
hate it.
every team can do it.
I know.
Yeah.
But this shit there
Like,
just be pissing me off. Because it's like, oh, that's
bro,
the first thing I
what is it?
imagine.
With half the plays in the NFL playbooks, bro, people be stealing each other's plays all the time. Nobody start to steal the tush push as well. I mean, you can't really do it against the Eagles because they D line is phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
But you can do it against everybody else.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much
I don't.
basic. But
It's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, it needs all these teams that are letting the Eagles like draft, like trade up and draft in the draft, trade for players, bro. All those GMs and coaches, bro, they need to be investigated. There's no way the
They
Eagles was able to get this roster, bro. There's
they
no
too
way.
friendly. They
There's no
way
way
too
that
friendly.
niggas was like, yeah, let me trade my phenomenal player to the Eagles. Yeah,
I'm
let me trade
blocking
the Eagles
them.
my seventh overall pick. Like, nigga, what? What are we doing? Y'all niggas need to be fired and investigated and
I'm
put in prison.
blocking them. A draft night, I'm blocking them unless they gonna give me that whole draft board and they draft report. Cause nah,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying, bro. Niggas have been so dominant. You're trying to ban their play, but you're still wheeling and dealing with these niggas, and they're finessing y'all.
yeah, y'all need to make them the black sheep of the NFL.
Exactly, bro. They need to do the Eagles like they did Shador, goddamn. Don't
Nah,
talk to me to the 6th round, nigga. That's when we'll trade for a pick. Like, no, don't
damn.
talk to me.
I'm not trading with the Chiefs. Y'all almost had a 3-peat. What more do y'all need? Bye. Off my phone. Click.
I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you. The funniest part is, bro, I think the Chiefs will be fine if they could keep the fucking receivers out of trouble.
It comes with it. Just like if you go to Georgia, you gotta get a speeding ticket.
Bro,
That's
you
what
need
the
Rasheed
territory,
Rice,
bro.
bro. He's your best
That's
route
the
runner.
territory.
That's what killed Patrick Mahomes. He didn't have Rasheed Rice. Travis Kelce is at that retirement point. Xavier Worthy is him, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. Teams are gonna play way off of him because they know how fast he is. So you can't just expect to throw him deep balls.
Yeah.
You can give it to him short, but like a lot of these linebackers are fast as shit now. So they're catching him. Once he catches and turns around, the linebacker's already there. So the shit that used to work with Tyreek Hill ain't gonna work. Like you're gonna have to Xavier Worthy's gonna have to be a deep ball receiver, and you need Rasheed Rice routing niggas up underneath Xavier Worthy's routes, getting the ball. Because Travis Kelce can't do it anymore. He had what? The most drop passes last year?
Did he? Yeah.
Bro, the last 2 years, Patrick Mahomes has had his receivers have had the most drop passes. And this nigga's throwing it to him and it's hitting him in the hands. There's nothing else you could do.
Let me ask you a question. Nico Collins. He a top 10 receiver?
Off the last 2 years, bro, I say maybe that 10th slot. maybe at 11, right under
Yeah,
10.
if he ain't at 10, he damn near knocking at the door.
He close. I'm asleep.
So
Do I
give me your
not
top
know?
10. Give me your
Do
top
I
10.
not know? Do I not know ball?
No,
All right.
give me a top 10. So you got to look at Nico's production, bro. He was like top 5 in receiving last year.
Yeah, but when did that happen? I was confused when I saw that.
Oh no, because he actually got a quarterback now. CJ Stroud can actually throw that motherfucker better than the quarterbacks they've had. Name a Texans quarterback after Deshaun Watson got bust down with allegations.
Davis Mills,
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Jalen
Trash,
Mills.
trash. Can't
Come
name
on,
another one.
man.
Exactly. You can't
It
name
wasn't
another
that
one.
long ago. It might have went from
Don't
it might have
strain
went
yourself.
from David
He
Mills
said, "Don't
to
strain
Don't
yourself."
CJ Stroud.
don't strain yourself.
Or it might have been one quarterback in between. No, I think it went from Deshaun to David Mills to CJ Stroud. No, they had one more. I can't think of his name.
That's what I'm saying.
He was
They've had 3
he wasn't
quarterbacks.
that good. He wasn't that good. But
Trash, bro. Don't even strain yourself. He got an actual quarterback who actually can get him the ball in spots, and he's done what he can with it.
Well, all
I
right,
seen
fellas. I
some.
think that wraps up everything. I think a very successful first episode of Prime Time AI. Let me hold on real quick. I'm still trying to work this out, but fellas, man. But nah, I really appreciate y'all, man. I enjoyed this episode, man. I hope everybody that gets the chance to watch it, tunes in, enjoys it. Definitely, we would love feedback from y'all. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and continue to support this movement of Black brothers on the run that is trying to do something right for their family. I'm saying? Help a
Exactly.
brother out. I'm saying? Help
BBR.
a brother out.
BBR. You feel me?
But thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.